Hello everyone, this is Lorena and I'm back with another Dueling video. I think, am I having any encoding issues? Any encoding issues? OBS? I do not see any encoding issues, so I'll continue. How dare this guy name himself after an anime that ended on a cliffhanger, and the worst cliffhanger of all time? Although, to be honest, that's just the worst one that I've actually watched. I'm sure there's worse, but if you ask me, No Game, No Life had a very awful ending. And by ending, I mean it didn't end. It made it so very apparent in the last episode that it wasn't over. It was so obvious. I mean, every other series at least makes some kind of attempt for an ending. No Game, No Life? No. However, I do want everyone to know that I'm probably misremembering a lot of details about that series, because it has been how long since I watched it? I don't want to know. The last episode still pisses me off. I don't even know why. It's just, well, it's definitely the cliffhanger, but dear God, that's evil. Now, anyway, imagine I actually have to bother dueling you. Imagine. Someone is such a game changer that I have to duel them during their event or I can't complete it. Well, to be honest, I could, but I don't think I'm gonna go that route. I will actually do this. Also, how much support did I get? Hold on, let me check. I haven't checked yet. I'll be right back in a moment. I still have my daily ranked duels, by the way. In case anyone was not curious. No one was, I know, I realize. Is Yuga's maximum available? I cannot remember. I got the support when? I can't remember, but I know that the box is released. That is not Yuga's monsters, but sure. I did do that recently enough, but I didn't expect to do that. Hold on. I'm scrolling down for maximums. Not Nail's maximum. I don't need to check if his is in the game. Okay. Wrong maximum. Also wrong maximum. Okay, hold on. How to obtain. Okay, it's just from this box, alright. I don't need this information. I'm curious. It looks like it's available. Let me look. Okay. Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, it's available. I could get another copy of it. It would help a lot, I'm sure, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, we're going to go back to what I was initially doing. Well, actually, I just want to be honest, I will actually have to do this event. As in, there'll be some actual action going on. I can't just auto-duel my way through it, although if I did, it is possible, but I don't have the energy for that shit. It's actually less time-consuming for me to just bother. Zane, why are you back here this quickly? That's illegal. You may be wondering what my problem with dueling Zane is. Well, to be honest, I don't know what everyone else's problem with dueling Zane is, but I completely understand. I've got some idea, but I can't necessarily be sure. I mean, honestly, you could tell me, but I don't know unless you tell me. I know what my problem with dueling Zane is, but this player, I mean, this is not a player, but okay, sure. I messed up. I mean, it's not going to kill me, but I hate when I do that. Alright, sure. I really didn't have to do this. Not like this. Alright, so for a while I wasn't acting like a villain, so I came up with this new arc to interrupt my current one. And then I'm just like, wait a minute, actually, maybe I can go back to my villain arc and I don't have to change anything. Right after I came up with an idea for a different arc, right in the middle of this one. And by the way, my ranked duels end quicker if I use the Supreme King. Trust me, I checked. I ended duels like, let's see, within minutes of getting to midnight. I'm sure. I don't know how long I spent, but I know that when I was playing Jaden normally, the duel wasn't ending quickly enough. So I switched to the Supreme King, knowing the duel would end quicker. And that was great, and I even got a win or two. I think I just got one win, though. Okay. Now, if you ask me, I'm very disrespectful of this script at times, but not this time. I have to win right now, I need to get those wins. What is a villain arc if I refuse to play the role? Okay, To be fair, the worst thing I've actually done is... Let me see. What is the worst thing I've ever actually done? I think I've insulted a bunch of characters and maybe an opponent or two here and there. And I've been very bitchy and angry. Does that mean anything? I don't know. I really don't. Now this music is chill. I'm not chill. I'm the opposite. Okay, well, it was nice knowing you, but the duel has to end. So let's end it. You'll come back later, and everything will be great. Although you actually weren't around during season 4. But it was implied that you died, so there is that. You may be like, what? Yeah, it was kind of implied. Same thing with Kaiba too, actually. He died, supposedly. I mean, no indicators as to how some of these characters died, just Jaden is the only human left. And then Darkness is like, I don't like you because you are fused with the... Okay, shut up, Darkness. I don't care about you. You should die, and you did. So good. Stay dead. Except he refuses because that's not what... Okay, whatever. Shut up. I don't need to talk to someone that's the card game version of the Grim Reaper, honestly. He looks just like the Grim Reaper. Is anyone going to disagree with me? Maybe. I don't know. My memory is a bit questionable. Alright. Now, I know that duels end quickly when I'm the Supreme King, whether I win or I don't. I am a bit lazy, but that is countered by the fact I'm actually going to be dueling Nail later. Yes, I will be dueling him because I have to. Oh, Mazar, why? Well, alright, fair. I mean, you will do the job properly, so, I mean, it won't last too long. But, sometimes I like winning. Why do you have a problem with this? If you get on my bad side, I fucking swear. He thinks he rules every dragon, but I've talked to dragons and they say that Mizar does not own them. And by the way, that's a joke. I'm sure everyone should know. but just in case you didn't, I'm clarifying that. You may be like, what's the joke? He doesn't own every dragon. Mazar doesn't own every dragon. I'm pretty sure this is obvious. I like when people explain jokes so I can appreciate that they're funny. You know, so there's no room for surprise. Like, I appreciate jokes that I understand the first time with no explanation, but if I don't, then explain the joke so I can laugh with you. By the way, Aster, if you show up, I will kill you for what you just said to me. Oh, right, you didn't say that to me, never mind. But you did say it at one point. And that jokes aren't funny when you explain them. Well, Aster, I disagree with you entirely. You want to duel me over it? You keep showing up. To be fair, I'm only doing 3 ranked duels right now, so I really doubt Aster will show up. But he could spawn, you know, away from the gate. But what are the chances of that? I'm not going to do the math. I don't feel like it. I'm too lazy. Although if I really wanted to, I could duel Aster at any point for any reason, but you see, I never actually want to duel him. I would just like to take the time to say that some people just should not... Hold on a second. What are you doing, Mazar? You are not allowed to do it. You are not allowed to win. No, fuck you. Sometimes I just sit here and I'm thinking about the things that are said to me and I'm just like, shut up. You may be like, you have an internal monologue? Yes. I have entire conversations up here. Entire conversations. And sometimes my brain is like, oh, so you'll lose, right? You hate dueling this person because you lose all the time, right? Shut up, brain. Shut up. All of you, shut up. Okay, let me take a wild guess as to what you are going to do. You may have dueled me a number of times when I was normal and, you know, not evil. Although half the, you know, how many videos do I have of me doing this anyway? I've got so many. I have so many videos of me dueling as the Supreme King. I might have more videos of me doing that compared to playing as normal Jaden now. But I just don't know. Oh, I see. Well, I'm not surprised. What? You think this is suspense? No, I kind of expected this. But you had to spend some life points doing that. And by the way, this is just beat stick attack. I don't think I can attack with any monster that face up monster control. Okay. I don't think I can't activate any effect, Mazar. My attacks are just beat stick. Their effects are not activated. Which is hilarious, but you know, whatever. I've never felt such humiliation. Yeah, well, you deserve this. It's also interesting to note that even if I roast the hell out of you, that doesn't mean I hate your guts. But if I do hate your guts, it's probably very, very, very obvious. Although I'm sure some people are convinced I hate Kite, and I don't. I don't. It's just, he has the same deal Zane does. I don't really want to duel Zane either. Because it's just a similar issue. Well, I've got a higher chance of winning, but we'll ignore that. Okay, let me stare for a second. What deck are you using? Actually, I think you're excused. Maybe. Actually, hold on. No, you're excused. Maybe like what? How? Because I feel like it. That doesn't mean he's going to win. Although, I do expect it will not take long before the duel ends. It doesn't really matter which of us wins. The duel just isn't going to last very long. Okay. I actually remember winning against this deck with Malicious Fiend's skill. Like, his effect, just my opponent wasn't reading it. So, I don't know what my opponent will do, but we're going to find out. To be honest, I probably should have summoned something else. But what if he has Dark Hole? Do I really want to be taken out with Dark Hole? I got my first draw with this archetype. It was very interesting, and also, during my first draw, my opponent was also playing as Yugi. This is like a weird rematch that you wouldn't expect. You just wouldn't expect it. Okay. And now I do know this archetype has new... Okay, well this probably isn't going to end in a draw then, is it? Well, this archetype has new support. And I think that's why I held off on using all of my gems. But since when was I using this archetype? I mean, I haven't been using it. Obviously. I just stick to the same cards over and over. But I do spend gems on other cards, obviously. Alright, well, I'm gonna turn off my... I don't think I can activate anything, though. I was going to turn off the button, but my field is basically open, so there really was no point. Alright, well, time for the last duel of the video. And so far, no encoding errors. Last night, I actually got more, but I think that has something to do with the game I was playing. And just me ignoring... Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm actually going to dual nail. Now, this isn't necessarily how you're expected to do this. And you don't have to do this. But I still have that mission there. So I'm going to. And yes, this is how I've been defeating Nail. With his own cards. Although every now and then I do activate the EX skill. But, you know. Fight fire with fire. And then I won't lose many life points. Yeah, sure. I still lose a lot. Okay, dude, what the hell is this? What is this hand? Well, at least I'm not going to lose immediately. Okay, Nail, since you're such a game changer, I have to actually duel you. You have this weird privilege. And it's very interesting that you also have this privilege canon-wise. You actually changed the game on your... Introduction, you just destroyed everyone. We didn't necessarily get to see it, or at least not then. I don't know, did we see it at some... I don't know, I don't remember. It was a while back. I was too busy wondering why I'm crying over sevens. The tone of sevens just didn't match my emotional state. I was just like, why the hell does this series keep making me cry? Why? This makes no sense. And you may be like, you make no sense. But that's not the point here. You may be like, are you going to lose this? But this is how the duel often goes. It's supposed to be like this. You may be like, what? Well, yes. And also, I just know it's supposed to be like this. It's pretty much how the anime ended this. And then the third arc began. I know some information about it, but I don't really know a whole lot about the third arc. I just know that I need to start watching it. I could probably benefit from me watching all of 7 so far, to be honest. I've only watched 26 episodes. And 7 is pretty short. I mean, especially for a Yu-Gi-Oh series, but also, I'm watching One Piece and I started over from episode 1. I'm on episode 600 something, or is it 700 something? No, I'm pretty sure it's 700 something because I think the opening is going to change soon. And also I stopped watching because I was having issues with my sweet tooth. Because Big Mom is one of the worst villains of all time, and I cannot defend that without action. Dude, listen, when you have a sweet tooth addiction, and you can't stop, seeing someone obsessed with sweets is the last thing you need in your life. Although I don't think she's the worst villain of all time, let's be honest. Even I know that. Even I know that, and I've barely started the arc. And I had to stop watching One Piece in the middle of the last episode I was watching, and because the buffering was an issue. Yeah, just the buffering. Maybe like, what? Reference to what I was watching. You know, I could never be a pirate because I'm terrified of the ocean. So even if we're going to call me a Mary Sue for this, I would definitely have a devil fruit if I was in that universe. And even if I didn't, I could still be terrified of the ocean anyway. And then everyone would be like, oh, she's terrified of the ocean? She must have a devil fruit. Capture her! And then it turns out I don't. But it would be so much more interesting if they captured me and I actually had one. As opposed to them wasting their time because they thought I had a devil fruit instead of just being terrified of the damn ocean. I think being terrified of the ocean in One Piece makes sense, okay? It makes sense in this universe too, but I mean, to be real. Seriously. Okay, how many times have I won? Nine times. Okay, I'm going to duel this chair. You may be like, what? Wait a minute. You're going to duel what? Yes, guys, I'm dueling furniture. Hello, Sebastian. I am nailed. What are you talking about? The anime, yes, yeah. I know this is an AI chair, but I just think it's funny that I'm doing furniture. Hello, furniture. I've got respect for you, honestly. It's just, I have to do this because it's hilarious to me. Although, I want you to be unlockable so I can duel as you. I want to duel as furniture, not just duel furniture. You may be like, what kind of tasteless joke are you trying to say you're making? A good question, because most of you have no idea. I'm not even sure if anyone knows what I'm going on about half the time. I make so many weird references, some of you probably don't even understand them. And this one is, well, it's a bit on the... how should I say this? Read... No, wait a minute. Well, actually, that is good advice for me. I should read. But, yeah. I got into a series through an anime and just, you know, that's not usually how you get into some series. Some series are better when they're just in manga format, light novel format, whatever their original format is. Yeah, that's just how things are. You may still be wondering what the hell I'm referencing. And I'm just going to tell you that really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I still have to read. I should take my own advice. Why am I not doing that? Well, right now I'm busy doing a chair. Sebastian, I have to make sure your skills are polished. You're not going to win if you don't have polished skills, Sebastian. And yes, I do know that his name is Seat Bastion, but we're going to ignore that because I feel like it. Okay, sure. Go ahead. No. Yes, I will use this on that card. I will be fine. You know me by now. You know me by now, Sebastian, don't you? Well, to be fair, you may not know me, but I am playing as someone that does know you. So, Nail, how does it feel to be more isolated than I am? Oh, my bad. That's kind of depressing. I don't think I should say that. That's mean. Although, to be fair, when I was Nail's age, I was more isolated. Yes, I was more isolated at Nail's age. And because as a child, I had my own dark backstory. Yes. Yes, if we continue the trend of references to One Piece that don't matter, it's just like, I'd have my own dark backstory if I was there. I mean, everyone basically has a dark backstory. If you're a major character in One Piece, your backstory is depressing and will probably make someone cry. Although, I think Sanji's just made me cringe. Yes, Sanji, your backstory made me cringe. I'm squeamish. Leave me alone. Anyway, guys, that's going to try things up for this video. In the next video, I'm going to do all kinds of shit, like, you know, duel.